Hey everybody, and welcome to my very first Let's Play video. I'm really excited to start doing Let's Plays, and I hope you guys are too. I think it'll be a lot of fun and hopefully entertaining for everybody. The first game that I was planning on going through was 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Doors, or affectionately known hereafter as 999. It is a game for the Nintendo DS. So, kind of old game. It is part of a trilogy known as the Zero Escape series. The next two games, I believe, are on Vita, but they actually added their own voices for those, so I probably won't be playing through those. I might later down the line, if I just do random Let's Plays without the like voice acting aspect, I don't know. But I thought this might be a good start. It is a visual novel-like game that has puzzle aspects. I'm really good at, well, I don't know if I'm good at puzzles, but I like puzzles, so we'll see how that goes. That's about all I really know about the game, so we will see. You guys get to see my reactions as I play through the game, so hopefully it'll be entertaining and fun. So that's about it, so let's get started. Here we go. Why do I know? Why do I know these things? Where am I? Oh, okay. It's too fast, I can't read it. Maybe it's about the devil. I am Zero. Seek a way out. Seek a door that carries a 9. 9 hours. That is the time you will be given to make your escape. Now, it is the time. Let our game begin. All right, and here we go. Save frequently. Well, that's not a good sign. Okay, well, here we go. This game is fiction. All names, characters, and incidents portrayed in this production are fictitious. Okay. Sounds like waves. 9, 8, uh-oh, it's counting down. What's happening? The boat exploded. A loud noise startled Junpei awake, and his eyes snapped open. As they adjusted to the light, he realized that he didn't recognize his surroundings. Ow! With a crack, Junpei's head connected with something metal. He rolled over and threw out his hand to steady himself, but he found himself groping at empty air. His balance lost and his still fuzzy mind struggling to understand what was going on, Junpei tumbled down to the cold gray floor. Ow! God damn it! Yeah, what the hell? Junpei glared around the room, still trying to determine where he'd woken up. The fall had shaken the last cobwebs of sleep from his mind, and finally he understood where he'd fallen from. It was a bed. A 3-level bunk bed, in fact. Junpei had fallen, apparently, from the topmost bunk. His shoulder hurt, his knee hurt, his hip hurt, his entire body hurt. He could feel a bump forming on his forehead where he'd slammed it against the low ceiling. He wondered if that bump was the reason he felt his vision wavering a bit, but that seemed unlikely. At first he thought that At first he thought the tremor that ran through his legs was just another effect of his rude awakening, but as he looked around, he realized it was real. The whole room was shaking. Was it an earthquake, he wondered? It didn't seem likely. It was shaking far too quickly for an earthquake. Then again, Junpei had no idea what it was, if not an earthquake. He tried to tell himself it was important. Junpei rubbed the growing bump on his head and gingerly climbed to his feet. He regained balance. His balance regained, he finally took his first good look around the room. Okay. And muttered to himself. Where am I? His pain momentarily forgotten in the face of the confusion of his circumstances, Junpei looked around the room once again. Minutes passed while Junpei struggled to get his bearings. Then, as suddenly as they had begun, the tremors ceased. A cold silence fell over the room. From somewhere far away, Junpei could hear the sound of metal squeaking. Sounded more like creaking, but hey. He felt his stomach tighten. There were 1,000 things the sound could have been, but none of the things he could think of were good. In an attempt to distract himself, Junpei looked around the room once more. There was a stove that looked more antique than functional. The 3-level bunk bed had mattresses that were so thin that they were little more than blankets. On the other side of the room was an identical bed, and set in the wall between the beds was a slightly dirty iron door. The first thing Junpei noticed about the door was the number roughly emblazoned across it. On the surface of the door, in red paint, someone had written 5. I guess that's paint. I thought it was blood. 5? What's this 5 mean? Suspicious and still utterly confused, Junpei approached the door slowly. Standing at last in front of the door, Junpei grabbed a hold of the L-shaped handle. A push yielded no movement, and a pull the same result. A few more tries cemented the truth in Junpei's mind. It wouldn't open. It didn't matter how much he pushed and shoved. The handle wouldn't budge. Next to the door was an odd-looking device that reminded Junpei of a card reader. It didn't take a genius to figure out that the odd-looking device was keeping the door shut. Junpei knocked hard on the door. Boom, boom, boom. Hey! Hello? Is anyone there? Open the door! There was no response. It's okay, puppy. I guess my dog heard the knocking. Okay, sorry about that. Something happened to my recording and I don't know. Okay, technical difficulties. We're back now. Okay. Junpei threw his left fist into the door. And stopped. What the hell is this? He wasn't really sure what else to say. On his left wrist was a bracelet of a sort he'd never seen. In the center was a large LCD display. It looked like nothing else so much as a watch, but it clearly wasn't that. After all, it showed only a single number. 5. That's the same number on the door. True, the numbers were the same, but he had no idea what that might mean. All he knew was that it was strange and new, and he wanted it off. Junpei flipped his hand over, as if to remove a watch, but... Dun dun dun. The other side of the bracelet was solid. No buckle, no clasp, nothing. He sighed and flipped the thing back over. There were a number of rivets around the rim of the face. Perhaps... He pushed them, but nothing happened. On a watch, they might be dials for adjusting date or time, but on this bracelet, they did nothing. Junpei was at a loss. What was he going to do? Growing more desperate, he began to tug at it. However... Damn! It's no good! Damn thing won't come off! A steel ring ran from the face, around Junpei's wrist, and back into the face. He wouldn't be pulling the bracelet off any time in the near future. What the hell is the deal with this thing? Frustration and desperation were beginning to mix as the reality of the situation began to dawn fully on Junpei. So much was happening, and none of it made sense. Junpei felt as though he were about to explode. Where am I? And why the hell am I here? Why? Why? What the hell happened to me? Okay, wow. Flashbacks. It was at that moment that he noticed the window. Oh, I guess I'm on a ship based on that background. The window was round, rimmed in riveted brass, like a window from an early 20th century ship. What? Wait, am I in a ship? Junpei walked slowly towards the window. He could see nothing beyond it but thick, impenetrable darkness. Junpei squinted, trying to see something, anything. It was at that moment... Uh-oh. Oh, God. What the... You gotta be kidding me! What the hell's going on here? Oh my goodness. That'd be terrifying. A crack split the glass of the window, and for a moment Junpei stared at it. Then the window burst, and water began to pour into the room. What the hell? God damn it! Junpei yelled and spun around. His feet slipping on the water already coming through the window, he ran for the door. Oh man. Hey! Anyone! Is anyone there? Come on, if you're there, say something! Knock, knock, knock. There was no reply. As Junpei screamed and pounded on the door, the water began to rise. Oh my god. It was now ankle deep on the floor and rising quickly toward his knees. Things were not looking good for Junpei. Not good at all. He needed to find a way out, and quickly. Junpei ran a hand across his forehead, brushing the sweat out of his eyes, and looked around the room. Seek a way out! Okay. Oh gosh, what's happening? What's happening? I don't know. Okay. Operations during an escape. During an escape, you can move to different parts of the room by touching the bottom screen. Since many areas require very exact selection, we recommend you use the stylus. Searching during an escape. During an escape, you can touch the background to search anywhere in the room. Areas you can investigate will be highlighted yellow the moment you touch them. Depending on the nature of the location you touch, you might find an item or a hint. Begin searching by touching places on the bottom screen. How to move. Touch the triangle icon on the bottom screen. Doing so will change the viewing angle of the room and move you to a different locations. You can do the same by pressing left, right, down on the control pad. Bird's eye view. If you want to know where you are, touch X on the camera icon on the bottom screen. This will show you where you are and what direction you're facing. Saving during an escape. Pressing start will allow you to save. I'll probably be using that. If you want to quit, we recommend pressing start. Purpose of the escape. Well, I mean, I would assume that's obvious. The purpose of each escape is to get out of the room. How you do that depends on the room. You'll need to search all throughout the room to discover what you'll need to do to get out. Search for hints and items that may help you find a way out. I guess that's all I get. Okay, water. Water just keeps pouring through the window. It's like a waterfall. I don't think shoving something into the window is going to stop the water. In other words, if I don't want to die, I need to find a way out of this room. I have to figure this out. That's for sure. Doesn't look like that water is going to stop anytime soon. I have to find a way out. There's a pair of simple chairs next to the table. The water's already up to the chair. I guess that's a chair. What's over here? A bulletin board. Looks like someone put a note on it. Let's see the note. About items. During an escape, investigating certain parts of the room will allow you to obtain items. Once you've obtained an item, you'll be able to go to the item screen. Touching item on the top left will take you to the item screen, while on the item screen you'll be able to investigate, hold, and combine items that you found. If you want to investigate an item you found, touch the icon for that item in the item screen, and then touch search. Blah, blah, blah. Oh. Note from the bulletin board. Oh, wait, spin. Yay! Search. Oh. The note's got red, blah, 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 and red, and blah, and blue. Okay. Investigate with an item. Touching an item while on the item screen will select that item. While an item is selected, touching back up will return you to the room investigation screen. If you look down at the bottom left corner of the bottom screen, you should see the icon. There it is. It shows that you are holding the item. If you hold an item while investigating the room, you may trigger a reaction. Investigate suspicious areas with different items to see if anything happens. Pressing up on the control pad will select another item for you to hold. Okay, well, this is getting long for now, so we will end our first episode there. So stay tuned for episode 2. All right, bye everybody.